Hi everyone, welcome back to Handmade and Organic Test Kitchen. Today we are going to make an absolute favorite in my house. My kids love this. Super versatile, and it is a cheese called paneer. Now you can fry this, you can cook with it, you can grill it, you can literally do anything you want. Use it as feta, put it on pizza. The amount of things you can do with this is just ridiculous. So I thought I have to share, and right here I've got a saucepan and in it is a liter of milk. That's it, nothing else. And we want to bring this to a boil, and you can literally use as much milk as you like. There's no measuring. It's a super easy recipe. A liter of milk will give you just under 200 grams of cheese. So depending on how much cheese you want, go ahead and add enough milk to give you as much as you like. So let's crank this up, and we're going to boil this milk, and that's it. While we're waiting for the milk to boil, I've also got a little bit of white vinegar, just standard, regular, nothing fancy vinegar. I have a cheesecloth. This one I got on Amazon, and I will link in the description. It is absolutely fabulous. I have made tons of cheese with this. It is durable. It is huge, and you can do so much with it. I also have a colander right here, and we're going to pour the curds and whey through the colander, and we're going to do that with the cheesecloth. I like to double up my cheesecloth, and I do that in a triangle, you can see, and that way it just makes it easier for me to tie a knot into the cheese. Just have this on the side while we wait for the milk to boil, and then I'll show you what to do next. It comes together literally in minutes. The longest part of this is waiting for the milk to boil. Right, so our milk's almost boiling. That took about 4 minutes. Ooh, there we go. And what I'm going to do now, I'm not letting it boil. I'm going to turn the heat all the way down. So this has not quite come to a boil yet, but I'm turning the heat all the way down to as low as you can get it. I'm going to continue to stir while I dispense some white vinegar. Okay, there we go. Now I'm doing this super slowly. You want to do about a teaspoon at a time. And what you're looking for is the milk to turn into curds. Actually, let me bring you closer so you can see what I'm doing. Right, so here we are nice and close up. As you can see, the milk is not boiling. It's not quite simmering either. It's just sort of hot. It was right at boiling point, and then I turned the heat super down. So I'm going to be out of camera because it's a really weird angle to stand. And I want you to be able to see the milk so you understand what chemically is happening. So here we have vinegar, milk, and we go about a teaspoon at a time and just keep stirring, and you'll start to see how it separates and starts to create curds. And there we go. You see that? And so you want to keep adding a teaspoonful of vinegar at a time, and this will keep coming together until you have only curds and clear liquid. So there you go. Do you see? And don't worry about adding too much vinegar, because we're going to rinse this, and it's going to rinse all of that taste away. So if you have a look here, it's really clear liquid, but there's still a little bit of milkiness, which I don't want. So I'm going to go for another teaspoonful, and I can feel the texture change instantly, and you can see that now we have super clear, yellowy, just that essentially is all the whey. So we have milk curds and milk whey. There's no milk solids in here except for the curds that have formed. And that is going to turn into paneer cheese. Okay, I'm going to put you back at a decent angle, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so here we are. I have a little trivet in the basin, just so that, you know, the colander is not standing down at the bottom, and it allows the whey to run off. I have my cheesecloth. Remember that I folded into a triangle in the colander. And I'm going to just simply pour all of this into here. Right, now this is completely optional. You don't have to rinse it. I like to rinse mine, and I would do it with hot water. So make sure you run your tap until it's nice and hot. We don't want hard, chewy cheese, so we don't want to pour cold water on it. It'll cause the cheese to seize. And of course, with all food products, and especially dairy, you want to make sure that you are always working with clean, washed hands, so you're not contaminating anything. And that is it. So now I just gather up the cheesecloth, just like this, all together. It is very hot, so be careful. Squeeze. And I'm going to leave this right here with something heavy on it, just so that it strains for about 10 minutes or so. And then we'll put that in the fridge for 2 hours with a weight, because it will continue to strain until you have a set cheese that you can cut and utilize and fry and put into food. It is a very popular Indian cheese. Wrap this so that it's flat.